Hello whiskey lovers and welcome to another one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings, and a special rambling, I'll be honest, one I've been looking forward to for quite a long time. It's the new Johnnie Walker Blue Label Ghost and Rare number 4, and again in this beautiful packaging. And I know beauty is in the eye of the beholder, of course, and I'm a bit of a sucker for beautiful packaging, but when the packaging looks great and the liquid inside is good, then for me it's picture perfect. So yeah, I do like a fancy packaging, but only if the contents of the bottle is great as well. Now you'll remember this is the 4th Ghost and Rare edition, newly released just at the end of last year, after the other 3 that came first. First there was the Ghost and Rare with Brora, then there was the one with Port Ellen, and then the one with Glenury Royal as fingerprint malts, but there were other close distilleries in there as well, hence the Ghost, and other rare whiskies in there as well, hence the Rare. But for this 4th one, the fingerprint malt is obviously Pittyvaich. Now that's a good thing for 2 reasons, because first, there was no Pittyvaich in Diageo Special Releases 2021, which, you know, I was a bit bummed by that because it was one of the releases I'd been looking out for. I have a soft spot for Pittyvaich, so I felt lucky that there was a Johnnie Walker Ghost and Rare around Pittyvaich being created. That was the good news. And also, after the 3 Johnnie Walker Ghost and Rares, there was suddenly a legendary 8 in the same packaging, the same style. So, you know, I was like, oh, maybe the Ghost and Rare series is finished and now it will be a legendary series. But no, here it is at last. So double relief, there is a new Ghost and Rare, and in this case, Pittyvaich. Now it's not just Pittyvaich, of course, as you can see on both the bottle and the packaging. There's other distilleries in here as well. What we find here is Mannochmore, Auchroisk, Strathmill, Cragganmore, Royal Lochnagar, but also grain whiskey from both Carsebridge and Port Dundas. Port Dundas obviously also being a Ghost distillery. And of course, the main component should be Pittyvaich. And this is bottled at 43.8% ABV. And if you have a keen eye, you will notice that all of them, including the legendary 8, are in fact bottled at that very same 43.8% ABV. So clearly that is something Dr. Jim Beveridge fancies or believes is the right strength to enjoy these whiskies. Whatever the reason, all of them are bottled at the very same ABV, 43.8. Wow. I got this bottle from dearly beloved, my beautiful, my lovely wife, my better half, the rock in my life. And she gave me this bottle for my birthday, so she knows me quite well. But it also meant that I have to wait a while because my birthday is in early January. So it had been in the closet for quite a while, but I was very happy to unwrap it only a few days ago. And here we have it at last. The Johnnie Walker Ghost and Rare Pittyvaich at 43% ABV on the nose. It is suspiciously simple at first. I get some vanilla, some toffee, a good dose of honey though. But then the fruity party starts. Yes. I get some poached pears, I get some baked apples with some cinnamon on top. Then I get some coconut and beeswax. Guimauve, which is something I always like. Oh yes, some coconut as well. They follow each other up in very rapid succession. Coconut, beeswax, apricots. Pittyvaich in the house. I'm a happy camper already, but it's not over yet. Now I get some juicy apricots, some mint, some lightly roasted chestnuts. So if you give it the time it deserves, then you find out that this is quite an intriguing whiskey. Interesting indeed. Very layered and simply very good. On the palate. Lovely body, mouth coating, waxy, and silky soft, despite the fact that there is a spicy pepper in there with some cloves, some licorice, some cinnamon, toffee and apples return. I get some dried mango with some sultanas in there as well. But mid-palate, some candied ginger appears. making it slightly drying maybe. Some candied ginger and some fresh wood shavings without becoming oaky, mind you. This is quite layered indeed. And it's quite complex. It is complex, in fact, and simply lovely. Wow, on the finish. Stunning, stunning, delicious. It starts sweet and fruity and maybe even a bit playful, but then it turns into this slightly drying, spicy, complex, elegant lady, if you know what I mean. And some orange peel at the death. This is another one of those masterpieces. It has to be said, the Blue Label is a bit underappreciated in my opinion, but already a fantastic whiskey. But these Ghosts and Rares, it's a whole other league basically. This is outstanding. And I have to be honest, I think this is the least complex of the four, but that does not necessarily mean it's my least favorite. But that's probably my soft spot for Pittyvaich. Anyway, it's definitely on par with the Glenury Royal. It's definitely an outstanding whiskey indeed. It's fantastic stuff again. And I'm not just talking about the liquid, but the whole thing, these Ghosts and Rares are getting a bit of a cult following, and it's easy to see why. They are very intriguing, very different, but very good in their very own way. And they can be found for around, well, not anymore, but these, the new one, can still be found for around €300. And in my opinion, you only live once. And if it's your birthday and you have a beautiful wife like I have, and you give her the proper hints, then you might end up, just like me, a happy camper with this beautiful Johnnie Walker Blue Label Ghost and Rare for the Pittyvaich edition. Outstanding. And that's all for this Whiskey Rambling, and I hope to see you at one of Mark's Whiskey Ramblings real soon. And until then, may the malt be with you.